Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, smarks and marks alike, to Better Than Most Wrestling Podcasts, the Smarky Podcast, number 3 for that matter, as I am draped in my Minnesota Vikings blanket because I have now realized that we lost to the Seahawks. Let that sink in. The overrated Seahawks won, but that's for a different day. That's not about wrestling. This is a wrestling podcast. Not the podcast about NFL teams losing to overrated NFL teams. No, that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about at all. So, there's a ton of things to discuss here that I just want to speak my mind on a little bit. I'm not looking really into the news. I'm not looking into these articles or anything. But I do that. But I'm not taking what they say and I'm not just spitting it into this mic, okay? So, John Cena tore his rotator cuff, okay? He's out 6 to 9 months. He underwent surgery. Went fine, successful. There's news that he possibly, just possibly, might be at WrestleMania. Not to wrestle, of course, but to just show up. Show up for what? I don't know. There's no reason for him to actually show up. But, you know, that's not really a big thing. That's not really what this is all about. It's just about WrestleMania 32 without John Cena. How many WrestleManias in a row have we had with John Cena? I don't even know at this point. There's bound to be at least 7, maybe more than that. But he's usually at every Mania, so that's probably why they're gonna have him there. Just, you know, it builds up star power, okay? You have big names like John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, okay? These types of guys, you know, they bring in people, they draw money. They're money. Those are money symbols. Those are dollar signs. So missing Daniel Bryan and missing John Cena, that doesn't sound very good to me. I mean, Roman Reigns, I get it. Taking over the company, basically. He's going to be the new number 1 guy. Get it. But they can't just completely rely on Reigns for the whole freaking WrestleMania. You can't just have that for 6 hours. Roman Reigns cutting a tater tots promo. You can't do that. You can't have that solely being based around him. So what I've heard is that they might bring Daniel Bryan back because he's cleared and everything, but John Cena needs to be there just to draw people in, just to hype up the crowd, just to, you know, boos or cheers like. That hypes up the crowd. It gives them emotion. John Cena can do that like no other man in WWE history. Okay. And if there was even a guy to compare to that, it would probably be Hulk Hogan. That's how big these scales are. You know, there's a difference between Stone Cold and John Cena. There's a difference between The Rock and Hulk Hogan. I mean, the Hulk Hogan and John Cena are on different spectrums than The Rock and Stone Cold. Stone Cold and The Rock are huge names, but Hogan and Cena are names that are just legendary, okay? You know the difference, okay? You really do. I mean, at the times, okay, it was Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. And most of our time, it was John Cena and Randy Orton. You know, it's that kind of equality to me. Okay, to me, Randy Orton equals a Macho Man. Macho Man definitely isn't bad, but he wasn't as important as Hulk Hogan. So John Cena matches the Hulk Hogan. That's how I compare those two guys, basically. Those two guys. But Cena obviously draws people in, so I wouldn't really surprise me if they brought John Cena in just for that purpose, and probably that purpose only. Another thing I keep hearing around the internet is Sasha Banks is Intercontinental Champion. I'm not 100% against this, all right? I'm not. You know, Sasha Banks can be whatever freaking champion she wants to be, but there's also repercussions. I mean, you make freaking Sasha Banks as WWE World Heavyweight Championship or champion. There's obviously some weird repercussions there of what the smarks and marks will think. Okay, but this isn't nearly as important as the freaking WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Not degrading the IC title, but just hear me out. If Sasha Banks were to win the Intercontinental Championship, would that elevate or de-elevate this title? Because for me, it would devalue it because Sasha Banks loses like every freaking other match, okay? Her little thing going, unity, or whatever, freaking, I can't do it. But you know the thing she does with Team Bad and whatnot. You know, it's cheesy, you know, whatever. That's not what I'm really getting to, but she doesn't win matches. You know, I don't understand where people think that she can become Intercontinental Champion if nowadays it's not like NXT where she won, all right? She won matches clean. She was just the boss because she won matches cleanly. They were good matches, and she didn't need any help. That's what I'm getting at here. So Team Bad, you know, always having to assist Sasha Banks is, you know, stepping backwards to me. That's how I feel. It's stepping backwards as Sasha Banks being a, you know, intimidating face in the Divas division. Like, you see Sasha Banks, you know, okay, I'm in for like a hell of a match. This is going to be crazy. Okay, I need to win this match to elevate my status. Okay. Now Sasha Banks isn't anything. She's not a stepping stone. She's nothing. She's absolutely nothing. She's just another diva in the Divas division, where she wins, then loses, loses, then wins. Like, it's a little hot potato thing again. All right, we always go back to the hot potato thing where WWE decides to make one person win and then one person lose, win, lose, win. You know, it's weird. Like, they don't understand how to genuinely push somebody at this point. Like, I remember Dean Ambrose in a feud with Luke Harper that like nobody cared about, right? That didn't push Dean Ambrose at all. It didn't bury him really either. It didn't really make him, you know, look weaker in the eyes of WWE fans, especially Smarks. But we knew that he wasn't going to get pushed anytime soon. So we waited like, what, 3 months until Money in the Bank, and then he lost to Seth Rollins, right? And now he's IC champion. You know, we can go on and on. But that didn't elevate Dean. So for Sasha Banks to always like just get thrown into the ring with no feud, no storyline whatsoever, and then people expecting her to be IC champion in the future, they better work on Sasha Banks then, because Sasha Banks isn't going to be a, you know, respectable champion if she can't win any matches. I mean, we had the same exact problem with Seth Rollins. So Rollins wasn't a bad champion by any means. They booked him wrong. It's not like his matches, you know, got worse or anything crazy like that. They just booked him wrong. So he jobbed basically to everybody on live television. I don't know if everybody remembers this, but before Survivor Series, Rollins actually had a match with Roman Reigns on live television where Reigns beat Rollins clean. Let that sink in. Rollins lost clean before a pay-per-view to the man he was gonna fight at the pay-per-view. Now, obviously, you know, if I'm gonna use my knowledge to, you know, guess that was for the marks to believe that, you know, the kids marks, whatever, to believe that Roman, since he did it on Monday Night Raw, he could do it at Survivor Series, where Seth would somehow cheat and win. Okay, heel tactics, get it, got it. But that is no excuse for him to lose, because it wasn't only to Roman, it was to a ton of people on Monday Night Raw, and most of the time it was tag team matches, okay, where for some reason now WWE think that's okay. If, you know, you're the champion and you have your heel partner, so heel versus face tag team match, and even better, the 6-man tags. You know, let's just throw a team together right now. So it'd be Rollins, Owens, and Sheamus versus Reigns, Orton, and Ambrose. You know, that's basically how it would be. And they would always freaking lose. Freaking Rollins would always lose. He would never win. Ever in these matches, he would never win. So to build somebody up, you can't have them lose on free television week after week after week, especially clean. You can't just say, you know, he was champion just because of Money in the Bank. He was good. He's a good wrestler, but they had to, you know, do the whole heel thing, which I get. He is a heel, but instead of making him lose so much, why don't you just, you know, actually let him win clean? The only people I remember him winning clean to is like Neville and like Rob Van Dam. That's about it. That's all I remember. And that wasn't when he was champion either. Actually, he beat Neville when he was champion, but I remember him beating Rob Van Dam, and that was when he was Mr. Money in the Bank. Got that, okay? But you can't have these people losing on free television. So for the whole Sasha Banks thing, Banks can't lose on free television if you want her to be a champion, especially in the men's division, okay? The wrestler division, not the Divas division, the super, you know. You can't, build somebody up by having them lose. And this was just mere rumor, but I'm saying if they were ever to put this into, action, this plan into action, you can't have her lose matches, win matches, lose matches, win matches, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, lose two, win one. You can't do that, okay? You have to build these people up. You got to make them look strong. It's Roman Reigns' joke. But you got to make them look good. And to make people look good, you can't just keep having them lose. So that's my, thoughts on that. And another thing about Sasha Banks. Nothing having to do really with this last conversation or discussion we have, but she was apparently quote unquote injured, which is why she missed out on the past couple Raws. So to correct all of you, Sasha Banks is not injured according to her Tumblr post. I don't freaking go on Tumblr. My opinions on Tumblr are gonna be kept to myself. But she freaking wasn't hurt, okay? She wasn't. She didn't get hurt. So she had debunked the theories that she was hurt. She freaking never got hurt. She just, I think she got banged up was all that happened. But she's not hurt. Nothing too serious. So the people that are worrying about the boss, calm down. She's going to be okay. She missed out. She's just healing up. It's all good. She's going to do what she needs to do. Which, doesn't freaking hurt us that much. I mean, the Divas division isn't that exciting right now. But it's definitely not as exciting without Sasha Banks. Which, if she's out, that's how it's going to be. And it's respectable. It's respectful to her to, not where I don't freaking know what I'm saying. Anyways, more news that I want to discuss. Now, this is probably the main thing I would like to discuss. Rumors on Finn Balor winning the Royal Rumble. Okay. As I stated earlier, I don't really look into these articles. I'll read the title, and if I'm really interested, I'll read the full article. But for this one, I wanted to just put my own take on it, just so I wouldn't, repeat what these people are saying or anything. So Balor, winning the Royal Rumble, debuts Royal Rumble, wins Royal Rumble, okay? Now this is just a freaking... This isn't anything like... This isn't gonna happen, okay? This isn't even like freaking... This is nothing right now. It's nothing. But it's just a discussion. That's the best way I can put it. It's just a discussion. Finn Balor winning the Royal Rumble is actually a good idea to me. Alright. Good way to push Balor, and if Gallows were to debut at the Rumble, he could help Balor out. Now, this is what I did read on this article. He would help Balor out, and he would freaking win the Rumble. And that sets up for Mania matches here. That's a huge push to Balor. That pushes him to the moon, and it makes out for a good Royal Rumble. And it was pretty unpredictable, because I know not every freaking person would expect Finn Balor to win the Royal Rumble. But the biggest thing about all of this is the Bullet Club. All right. The Bullet Club debuts in the future. I don't know when Gallows is debuting. I don't know when Anderson is. I don't know when Styles is. But that can set up feuds here. All right. Now, what I was thinking is a feud between Balor and Styles. This is, that thing where, oh, okay, you were the leader of the Bullet Club. Then it went to him. Okay. Now it's Omega. But, it switches, right? So just to see Styles and Balor, have a match, you both know these people, they both, controlled the Bullet Club at one point. So why not just have a match, have a feud, and it would be really weird because the Bullet Club would turn on one of them, right? Let's say, this whole thing happens, right? Balor won the Rumble, okay? Gallows helped him out, okay? And then Anderson debuts eventually, whatever. They're on Balor's side. Then, all of a sudden, turn on Balor. And he loses the title because they turned on him. Then it's Styles, Anderson, and Gallows. So then, that's huge. That's a big, big deal. Because, you know, turns, especially turns with the Bullet Club, are good. Now, which would be the freaking face or heel? I'm guessing Styles would be the face in that situation, but I'm guessing it would be a double turn probably, which works. I mean, they just did it freaking recently on TNA. From what I've read, Matt Hardy turned heel and EC3 turned face in the same night. Double turn, hence the name. So why not just do that? You know, these are just ideas, okay? These are just me throwing out ideas. Bálor winning the Rumble could possibly happen, right? I get it. But, you know, freaking anybody can win the Rumble at this point. Heath Slater can win the Rumble, all right? It's not too crazy. This isn't confirmed. This is just a rumor. That's all it is. But, the chances are Triple H, Lesnar, or Reigns are going to win the Rumble. Now, people are saying Reigns isn't going to win the Royal Rumble. He just can't. But they're building it around him. Like, it makes me feel as if he actually could win. I don't know if it's unpredictable or if it is predictable. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. You know, that should be the deciding factor that, oh, since you don't know, it's unpredictable. No, because I feel as if Roman Reigns is going to win the freaking title. Like, 60% says Roman Reigns is going to win it, and 40% says somebody else is. Like, you know, it's more leaning towards I know what's going to happen than I know it's not what's going to happen. You know, it's either going to be freaking Reigns or Triple H. It's going to be freaking Reigns or Hunter, okay? I'm not very pleased with either of those, you know. Everybody else seems to, you know, want that freaking match with Hunter and Reigns. I don't want it. I don't want it at Mania. I really don't, because that'll be a feud that builds onto Mania, right? Freaking Triple H wins the title, which freaking I don't understand why anybody would want to see Triple H holding that title again, all right? Especially when he's supposed to be retired. Just saying. But Fastlane, like I've stated before, is this freaking #1 contendership spot, and it's forever going to be like that, all right? Roman Reigns is gonna have a #1 contendership match with who? I'm not sure. Maybe with Lesnar. I don't know. Where he freaking beats Lesnar, let's say. God forbid that happening. But then so they make Roman look really strong by beating Lesnar. I can already see it though. And then he goes on to face Triple H. Beats Triple H. Wins the title. I don't know if WWE is looking at the big picture here. Maybe that's what the Bullet Club is for. Maybe that's what they're going to do with the Bullet Club. They'll have them feud with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will call up the Shield again. When Rollins is back, bing, bang, boom. We got a good match for SummerSlam, okay? Rollins should be back by then, if I'm correct. So, why not let that happen? Maybe they will, I'm not sure. But the Bálor and Styles feud, I don't know. I feel like it could work, okay? I feel like if they give it a storyline, maybe tweak on my storyline, you know, that just all came from my head, you know, freaking everything comes. Okay. It was just my thoughts. That's all it was. It was just my thoughts. You know, I feel like if they tweaked it enough, made it more important than how I'm making it sound, it can work. It can really work. Finn Bálor needs to get a push like no other NXT guy before. They can't make him a Bo Dallas, and they can't make him Tyler Breeze. Bálor needs to get a push bigger than anybody else, okay? NXT guys usually do, but sometimes they don't. Looking at Dallas and Breeze. And the Ascension. Freaking the Ascension, dude. Jobs out to the New Age Outlaws and the APA, basically. JBL specifically. But if we look at Rollins, he was from NXT. He's doing just dandy, you know. Besides him being injured, he's doing just great. So if you want a way to push Bálor, there you go. Have him win the Royal Rumble. That'll be good. You know, I'm pretty sure people aren't going to be that upset about it because Bálor is a great wrestler, great on the mic. He's an all-around, he's a great dude. He's all-around good wrestler. He's the man. He could be the man for a while. You know, if they want WWE to have good matches, good storylines, AJ Styles, Finn Bálor, look into it. Other than that, you know, there's not anything really that big besides Cena being out. and the Bullet Club coming to WWE and the whole Royal Rumble thing. After the Royal Rumble's done, news, is going to basically kind of go down a little bit, okay? We are all focused on the Royal Rumble at this point. We can't, lose sight of what's going to happen in the future. Because as soon as they I swear, they're going to give that freaking title to Triple H. He's going to screw Roman. And here we go. Fastlane, like I keep saying, is going to be the #1 contendership freaking pay-per-view for who's going to face the champion at WrestleMania. So, what's the point of this? I don't understand the point of Fastlane if they don't do anything important with it other than #1 contendership spots, right? I say we make somebody better win than Triple H, but Triple H freaking gonna win it. He's gonna go on to WrestleMania. Roman Reigns looking strong as ever from his pickup victory for the #1 contendership at Fastlane. I can see it. Hunter's gonna screw Reigns. We already know what's gonna happen. But for the sake of the Rumble, for the sake of all the predictions and everything, please, WWE, you've got to be looking at this. Some of your guys have got to be looking at this and saying, okay, we're going to tell Vince, we're going to tell the booking team, we're going to tell everybody, right, that we're not going to have Roman Reigns nor Triple H win this because I don't want either of them. Just have, here's what will work for me. Have Triple H screw Roman Reigns one way or another. He comes from the crowd, but Triple H isn't in the Royal Rumble. So he doesn't win the title, and he screws freaking Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns can go to WrestleMania and face Triple H, but not as the champion. So there's no title on the line, and have something else unfold with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, in my opinion, that's the best way to go, okay? I don't freaking want that as my main event at WrestleMania. And if it is my main event at WrestleMania, they better have some good matches for the IC title and for Taker and, the Battle Royal, Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They just better have good stuff set up, because if not, it's going to be a real downer. This WrestleMania is going to be pretty awful if not. I know they're trying to bring big names, Cena, is supposedly going to be there, which is what we need. But Cena and Reigns can't carry the whole show. So instead of having Reigns win the freaking title or at WrestleMania, and freaking don't give it to Hunter. I don't want that. I don't. That's just me personally. I don't want that. I don't think it would make that interesting of a feud. I don't know why everybody thinks, it's just the best for business. No, it's not. It's not. It's not at all. Right? And if we want somebody good to win, there's tons of selections. There's Bray Wyatt, right? Finn Balor, if he debuts. I don't think that's a good time for him to debut, but this could set up a feud for him and Styles, right? They could have freaking Lesnar win, I suppose, even though he's a freaking part-timer, which, oh god, that's iffy. But either way, this is built around Roman Reigns, and I know it's gonna freaking happen. But with all these new guys coming in, just figure something out, WWE. All right, you better have the freaking big, freaking future for a lot of these people. If you're giving the title to Roman Reigns again, or if he loses at the Royal Rumble and you give it to him again, you better be pushing these new guys on the roster, then the new hired people, the NXT guys in the future against Roman Reigns. Because if not, what is Roman Reigns going to really do with the title? It's not really going to elevate the status because it's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. If anything, he's devaluing the title. So WWE better push these guys that you just signed. Better push Styles, Nakamura, Gallows, and Anderson. Make them involved in something. I've heard of rumors with Shinsuke versus Daniel Bryan. Alright? Do something like that. It'll be good. It'll be best for business. Trust me. Trust us fans. We will love it. Anyways, that is for the third Smarky Podcast. If you did enjoy it, please leave a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, because I am on my way to 25 subscribers by Valentine's Day. And hopefully 100 subscribers before December 31st, 2016. Now, if we can get to 50 subs by frickin' summer, I have a feeling we'll make it to about 200 subs before this year is over, even frickin' A. But we're at a strong 16 right now. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching all the way through. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, see you.